This is a journey into vlog.
Hey! I'm walking here!
Alright, here we go. The last Bigwave's Walk and Talk of the 2023 TransCan, brought to you by Racetech. Canadian Service Centers, be sure to check that out, where you can get your Racetech suspension done in Canada. Check that out. Look where I'm standing though. I am standing in the place where everybody wants to be at the TransCan. I am on the stage, and I mean, I think I pointed it out before, but they moved the stage over to this side, so you can actually see where, in the background there, they're actually getting ready to for the awards, right? So we're gonna do our last walk and talk. There's that Barry going by, and yep, Barry going by, and a dozer there getting stuff going. But okay, so we got a lot to cover. It's Championship Saturday. We started out with overcast skies. It looked like we were gonna get a crazy amount of rain. Then everybody checked the radar. It was just one band went through. There was a couple mud races. It was an age group, so that was kind of funny. But I'm sure they didn't enjoy it too much. But yeah, let's get to it. Let's get right to it here. First race of the day. Like I said, all-day championships. Schoolboy won. You know who won that. Nobody was gonna touch. Nobody's gonna touch TJ Scott there. Tanner Scott took the win in that. Great race from Jameson McDonald, the number 161. He was up there at the front early. Tanner got around him. Then Bobby Gravel got around him. Bobby Gravel actually tipped over right near the end, and that put Jameson McDonald. Too many similar names. So at the end, it ended up being yeah, Jameson McDonald got second there in that one. So cool to see that. Schoolboy 1 went to Tanner Scott, no surprise. But that's when the rain hit. So we got one moto in, and then the rain hit. 25 plus 25 went out. Didn't seem to bother Tyler Medallia at all. Of course, he went out and just crushed it. He was quite a ways ahead. Second went to Brock Hoyer, and third, making a pass on Nick Collins late, was Ryan Lockhart. Got around. He was pumped. He revved the motor when he came up onto the stage. He was pumped about it, so that was cool to see. The overall there, of course, went to let's see here. Oh, I mentioned, sorry, Schoolboy, the overall went to Tanner Scott, Bobby Gravel, Brenner Lamons. So good for young 13-year-old Brenner Lamons, man. He's only not 14 till September, so lots of bright future for that kid. So in the plus 25, obviously, it was Tyler Medallia took that win. Second to Brock Hoyer, third to Nick Collins. Plus 40A went next. Looks like we had number 120, Jim Fredrickson, got up to the lead, followed by Kyle Thompson and Shane Cuthbertson and Chris Pomeroy. They kind of, yeah, then unfortunately Fredrickson fell. He went into a lapper in a wet corner, kind of hit a lapper. That put Shane Cuthbertson up front, followed by Kyle Thompson, and Jim Fredrickson got in the third. That title went to Kyle Thompson, Shane Cuthbertson, and then Jim Fredrickson. So that's 40A. 85, 7 to 11. We're going to kind of get through it, man, because we're setting up for awards over here. And we got to give out the Direct Motocross Total Devotion Award, brought to you by Club MX, man. So that's coming up. We're gonna go live on Facebook too. Actually, I think that'll probably happen before I get a chance to put this up on YouTube. So by the time you see this, I think awards will already be done. Oh boy, that sounds a lot like country music to me. 85, 7 to 11. Whole shot went to Braxton Zeitner. Behind him, Alec Godano, Jeremy Belfoy, Cruz Gordon, Parker Hatt. I mean, we got some heavy hitters of the future for sure. Back a little bit was Tyler Medallia. He came around kind of heading towards the turn before you would get to the old catapult, whatever you want to call it. Had some bike troubles, couldn't get the bike going again. They did get it going. I think Mitchell Harrison got it going for him. Yeah, in the end it was, what do we have here? We had Alec Godana got that one, so it was nice to be able to get up there on the stage and talk with him as a race winner. Second to Zeitner, third, a little bit distant third to Parker Hatt. So Zeitner got that title, followed by those two I just mentioned, Godano and Parker Hatt. 30C, let's give that one to number 783, Sean McGibney. We're gonna go to youth now. And a couple of these, actually, the results aren't finalized. So when you go on, I know, I just spoke to Tim Lee, head referee, and he wouldn't give me any details. He said, well, when you go walking through, because there was a protest, all the top 3 bikes in the 50 GP class, all Little Cobras, they got taken away and torn down. So I don't know what the results are, and Tim wouldn't tell me. He said when I walked through the pits, it'd be what everybody was talking about. So we're gonna keep walking here and hope that is what happens here. Yeah, so anyway, youth hole shot to Evan Stewart, followed by Hunter Scott, Luke Trico, and Cale Cuthbertson. Final one of this, so 95. Evan Stewart kind of got away. Nice ride by, we've been talking about him each night here, I think, kind of Luke Trico, the 526, and Nolan Dares got up there, so that was cool to see. Kyle Cuthbertson he kind of fell back on the last lap, so it was kind of tough. I didn't see what happened to him, but I think he was kind of enjoying the mud out there. Obviously, his dad being Shane Cuthbertson, they love the off-road stuff, they love the mud, they kind of love that, so he obviously shined in that quite well. So that final went to Evan Stewart, took that 111, 222 for Luke Trico, and looks like I think we've got Jacob Fredrickson in third in that one. 65.79. There was some drama, boy, on the last lap of this one. A little Deegan Gibney got out front here, flying along, looking great. Came around on the last lap, kind of came up the step up that used to be the drop down into the little bit of a gully after what was the catapult. Anyway, a lap rider kind of didn't make the little step up, got sideways, and as Deegan came up, he actually went right into him and just smashed. I was standing right there, smashed into him, went down, couldn't get the bike going for quite a while. So that really sucked. He was obviously in tears, a young kid. He was pretty upset about that. So he dropped way back, of course. That put young Beckett Burke up into the lead. So it was good to see him up there. And also Parker Beckington was up in there. So let's flip over here. So the final went to Beckett Burke. So it was kind of fun. He's a really good interview, by the way. Beckett Burke, good future for him, the 29. He actually kind of made a joke that he is the first winner at the TransCan in the Burke family. And Jason Burke was out there, of course. It was a big laugh by everybody, so that was a good one on him, and it was his joke too. Good one for him. Behind him it was Parker Beckington, and then Austin Kukielka was third in that. Then we went to a break, and that is when, I believe that's when I went to the, is that when the bike ride was? Well, so it was the Tanner Ward's charity bike ride, the Ride With Me there for mental health awareness. So we went on that, it's 20K loop, a lot of fun. And I'll talk about that in a little bit here, I think, because it was kind of funny. The boys did me dirty. But yeah, Schoolboy 2, hole shot to Tanner Scott. He's looking good, man. He goes fast on this track. It's gonna be interesting to see what he can do tomorrow in the pro class. So I'm expecting his best finish. Look at this guy. He runs like a machine, man. Heading for the pool, heading for the swimming pool over there. Okay, yeah. Tanner Scott got out front, then it was Ryder Malinowski. I've been impressed too with number 187, Leith Ness. I think I mentioned him in this last night too. The 187, man, he's looking, kind of turned a corner in his intermediate career there. He's been looking really strong. Hope his mom's doing all right. I was watching her during one of the, look out! Yeah, she's running around up and down. I should have taken some video of her actually. Her reactions are pretty funny, pretty priceless out there. And Creighton Dillon again didn't get a great start. He needs to get those starts. Tristan Dares was up there ahead of, and then Isaac Guadano was up at the flag. We had Tanner Scott took the win. Look at this guy, he runs like a machine. That's awesome. Tanner Scott with a nice gap over Creighton Dillon, who made his way up there, and Tristan Dares got up into third. So cool. That was when I wasn't there, so I missed that one. But yeah, Tristan Dares overall it went Tanner Scott, Creighton Dillon, Ryder Malinowski. Let's cruise over the age group, the older group of the 85 class. This is where there was a little bit of drama, and I think there's still some drama. Actually, it's not finalized yet. So I'm going to tell you that Jaden Riley took the overall. He ended up fourth in that last one. But I think there was some jumping on yellows or something like that. There was some protest done, and some guys got docked, but I don't think it mattered because he already had it in the fourth place. I'm not saying, I don't know who protested, but anyway. But Tegan Kortenbach, man, that kid looking good. That guy just flying out there. He took the win in this one. But literally, we were having it was after the bike ride, the Tanner Ward bike ride. We came out.
Indirect motocross.
What does that mean? That doesn't sound like a compliment.
That means the parents are indirect. Actually count.
Yeah, so Tegan Kortenbach looked awesome in that one. Behind him was just all kinds of chaos, man. This Super Mini class was strong. We're talking like 6, 7 riders all the way back, like just going at it. Anyone put a blanket over him, as they say, to quote old Irv Ford from the Hully Gully days. But in the end, I mean, there was, like I say, there were battles, but it was Tegan Kortenbach, then Dexter Seitz, and then it was cool to see Tyler Kirby got up on there. Tyler Kirby made it up onto the podium, so that was the first time to see him. The overall, hey! So anyway, the overall went to, at this point, it was Jaden Riley, Alex Tremblay, and 76 Ben Kongmaney. So we're not sure how that's going to end up. Hey guys, what's up? What's up? Eric, your head. We got West Coast, or I guess not West Coast, but Alberta representing.
Yeah! Alberta on top!
Alberta on top. Yeah, so again, that's another one that Tim Lee told me is not official yet, so we're gonna have to wait and see what that is. Oh, it'd be cool to see it fold. I'm gonna go over here. This guy killed it too. Noah Porter. Sorry, Noah, I don't see you out here. Good to see them all the way here from Williams Lake, BC. He did well, really well in that last open intermediate race, holding off Creighton Dillon. Okay, so we're moving on to plus 50. I think this one's official. I don't think there's going to be any problems with it. Chris Pomeroy killed it in that one, so I think that's. I don't think there's any problems. I don't think we're waiting on any official protest appeals or anything in that race, in that class 2-stroke. Both Sam Gaynor and Drew Roberts went into this one tied with a 1-2-2-1 kind of situation, so they had to go into that one. Sam Gaynor got up to a powerful start, took off in the lead. Drew Roberts did not get out to a good start. He had to kind of pass his way up, made a bunch of passes, started closing in on Sam. Sam's out there with a bit of a sore shoulder and able to hold it off. But so they went 1-2. So that's how they went 1-2. And then so Drew Roberts and then Travis Roberts, the 810, was behind him in third in the point standings in 2-stroke. Let's see here, 57-8. It was the Dupuis boys back there, one of the guys. So Parker Beckington got out front. Parker Beckington had a nice little lead over young Cade Dupuis and Jace. So I even wrote it here. Salwanchuk, I think. Salwanchuk. I don't want to butcher it. Salwanchuk, I believe, is his name. So he ended up third in that one, and that goes. The Cade Dupuis takes the win in the 57-8. Second goes to Parker Beckington out of Michigan, and taking the third spot was Jace Salwanchuk. So I have to talk to them more. Open intermediate, I just talked about that one. Noah Porter actually got out to the hole shot in that one, so he was out front first, followed by Evan Stewart, again, Leith Ness there again. Then 182, McDonald there. But when they came around the first lap, Evan Stewart had already gotten out to the front, so Evan was out front, got around Noah. McDonald ended up kind of a little bit of a distant third, but Creighton Dillon was on the move. He moved his way up, he got around, made his way into third, and also having some troubles was Ryder Malinowski. It's a long ways from here, but his pit's way over there, so it'd be kind of nice to talk to him about how his day went. He's not racing tomorrow, as I mentioned, because he wants to keep his B status in the States, so let's flip that over and see. Yeah, I just kind of made a little note here too, that number 95, old Evan Stewart, looks really good on the 450, made it look easy. I was standing with a couple of top-level pros who actually were the ones who said that, and so yeah, we were pretty impressed with how he handles that 450. So good to see him looking strong. He's past Total Devotion winner. 40B, that's going to go to Jason St. Amour. He actually, I think he ended up fourth in that last one, because Pat Shippett took the win. Had a nice, really nice battle for second, but yeah, so that's going to go to Jason St. Amour. 65 GP, man. Talamadelia, that was just fun to watch that kid ride. Man, he's just on it in the 65. He ended up with a nice big lead over Grady Mansfield and Jeremy Belfoy. So that was good to see. So that title went to, again, they weren't, these results weren't up on the site. I was just checking before I started walking and talking here. They weren't up yet, but of course I don't remember how that's going to look, but I think Talamadelia got that one. Open Junior, again, this is actually the last class of the day. Open Junior was what closes out the show here. So Open Junior went out, whole shot to 22, Hunter Scott. So good to see him get out there after he took that crazy crash and yard sale yesterday off a start. I'm not sure what bike he was on today, but man, they had a lot of work to do if it was the same bike, because yeah, there were parts flying everywhere. In fact, I haven't even spoken to them. There's some bocce ball going on. But okay, so whole shot, he grabbed it, Hunter Scott, then Tails got out front, and then Bobby Gravel was there, Asher Brown, Those boys were moving pretty good for sure. We had Bobby Gravel got out front, and Tails, and then Asher Brown. You know, Asher Brown's only 13 as well. Brenner Lamons is 13. Asher Brown from Port Alberta, he's only 13, not 14 till September. It's pretty impressive, man. So with 2 laps to go and how it ended, the 613 of Cole Pranger again didn't get a great start, so he had to keep moving his way up in this one. He did get his way up into second, was actually closing in. Bobby saw he was coming pretty quickly, but you know, kind of managed in management mode at that point. So he ended up second, and then Asher Brown grabbed second in that one. So that the title again, this one wasn't finalized, but Bobby Gravel won that one too. So that was it for the racing, and now we're just kind of wandering quite a little ways here. Nobody has been talking about this 50cc teardown stuff they said they were going to be talking about, so I'm not sure I don't have an answer for anyone. But when we get to the podiums and the presentations tonight, which maybe yesterday when you're seeing this, we will have our answer, because I think there is a bit of a shakedown, it sounds like, from what Tim was saying. So we'll have to see what happens there. But overall, wow, great event. We only had a tiny bit of rain. We had like 2 motos, the age group and then the small bikes. The 65s are out there in some mud. Reverse track, overall thoughts. Everybody I spoke to said at first they weren't sure. At first it felt like the corners were backwards, but I think by the end they said the track crew did a great job. They were happy with kind of the ruts. It ended up, if you were one of the motos that went after some grooming, it was maybe a little fast, a little I don't want to say one line, but yeah, maybe they said there were some ruts in the corners, but there was one good one, they were saying. That was kind of the thought that I got. But I thought it played out well. We'll have to wait and see how it goes with the pro guys. Hit it tomorrow in a full class of 450 pros out there on it. We'll see how that ends up. But all in all, I think it was a positive thing. A lot of people here for the first time. Like I said, it made it an even playing field. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, everybody I talked to had smiles on their faces. I talked to Ron the medic. There was one day when it was pretty tough with some injuries. I didn't think we had that many, but there were a few. So that's tough to see. But hope everybody that did go down. And I mentioned too that there was an anxiety or panic attack. Turns out it was actually an asthma attack. So someone was out there with asthma they were having troubles with. So it wasn't a panic situation. Anyway, they were able to get her sorted out. So that's good to hear. Now we're heading up through up here where the presentation's going to be. Kids all having fun. So here we go. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I was trying to get up here. I didn't think I'd have time to be talking to people, so I kind of avoided ambushing anyone. So maybe I should see how we do here. Actually, I'm gonna push pause and we'll get right back to it here. I'm gonna walk a little bit here. All right, well, hey, we got the man himself here. We got the owner of the place. We got Brett Lee here. Brett, I was just talking about what we thought about what people were saying. Sounded pretty positive. I know Caden is right now moving some lighting for the presentations tonight. Overall, your thoughts on what you heard and what you thought, how you thought it went?
Well, I mean, I think it went really well. Everyone was super positive about it. We got the opposite of what the luck we usually get with weather, where everything missed us this year. So really lucky on that in terms of weather. The track was good, and I thought the racing was awesome. Yeah, so I mean, all in all, we still got another day to go, so I don't want to jinx it, right? But I think it's good.
What about, hey, what was awesome for me was having that stage here and being able to park there and just getting back and forth doing all the interviews and things. What was the reasoning for that? Why aren't we over in that section? Is that different for tomorrow? How's it? What's up?
So it is a little different. We're going to use the main stage that's behind me. That's like the pro stage and stuff like that. But we want to do exactly, once the pits and everything moved over here, the stage down in the original spot, it just didn't get all the people we wanted. And the vendors are up in this area. So we wanted a way to bring everyone back together. And when we changed the finish line and changed everything, it was like, we were already going to do it. We were gonna plan on doing the day bell tower and jumping when we're gonna go the original way and have it there. So this is something we've been working on for like a year to move that stage, but it's really cool and it was awesome this weekend. It was cool. I talked to Milt Reimer from FXR and he's like, that's what Loretta should do, like having all 3 bikes up there right after the motos and all that sort of thing. So it was kind of cool to hear that from someone who goes to such a prestigious and awesome event like Loretta's.
Nice. All right, now a long time ago, remember we used to have like amateur pits there, pro pits here, amateur pits there. Now that is all spectator parking, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of keeping that separate.
Yeah, so I'm trying to, it's all camping and spectator parking over there. And last year we filled it up. But again, I'm going back to that, like, It was awesome this week that every rig was here on Tuesday. They were in here.
Right.
That was a serious effort. That was investment by those guys to do that because they got to pay staff and all those things to be here, and they don't have riders riding. So it brought that. This was the first year I felt like this whole event was connected, right? Like amateurs and pros, and that's what the goal we've always been going for is like, yeah, the pros are the big show on Sunday, but this is a lead up to it, and these guys are just as important. And this year, I thought the teams really stepped up and did a great job for us on that sense.
Nice. So it sounds pretty positive. So you haven't checked your emails yet then?
Yeah, I have. I've been looking. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. No one's, like I said, I got one more day to get through this thing, and I got to make sure my team has themselves organized and all that sort of stuff. But honestly, like, weather helps you, right? We got
like 1-2 motos of rain.
Yeah, like there isn't a national day that someone doesn't try and do their best, and you're like, you know, there's an element of luck, and we got some good luck on the weather here this week, so I love that, and yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow.
Awesome. Thanks, Brett.
No worries.
Good job. Okay, so now we're into the pro pits here. I've just heard some stories. You know, I mentioned it. Now I've got some answers about the protest. The top three Cobras that went in, they were all torn down and they all passed. I also mentioned the 85 class, where the yellow flag jumping and stuff like that, the protests, those were all overturned as well. So those are status quo, so the results stand. And what else? Oh, and an 85 got torn down, actually. I think it was, I've heard, again, this is all unconfirmed stuff, but I heard it was Ben Kongmaney's bike got torn apart, and it passed. So that's good to hear. So all the stuff that happened, some people lost some money, some people made some money. So that's how that works. There you go. Let's keep wandering into the pits here. This may be of no interest to anybody but the two of us involved. I got my old friend Al Stricker here. Al Spaz Stricker, check this out. More importantly, check out his dog.
Ollie living the life. Hey guys.
Me and this guy go way back.
Yeah, we go back at least to 84, Bill. 83 perhaps.
I gotta go 83, yeah. I go
that date us a little bit?
Yeah, you could have shaved for this so they didn't see the gray.
Yeah, I wished. It does.
I'm trying to tell people I'm 29.
I go with 30.
All right.
That's fair. We're close, right? It's only years, numbers.
Let's get the star of the show in this.
Yes, Mr. Ollie. What would Walton be without Ollie on board?
Are you hanging out tonight? What are you doing? Going home and coming back? What are you doing?
We're up in the air with that, Bill.
Okay, you're gonna be back tomorrow though, either way?
Yeah, I'd like to be. Yes.
All right.
It's just a matter of what the siblings are doing at this point. So.
Oh, gotcha. All right, man. Well, hey, I just want to introduce you if you didn't already know Al Strickard. Al Spaz. You still go by Spaz?
Well, the name's diminished through the years. It was from abusing 80cc.
It's more tantrum
machines.
now, not Spaz?
Yeah, it's more older guy now. So.
All right, Al.
We're okay with that, though.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you. Keep up the vlog.
Hard at work at his first TransCan. He's working away in here in the Manluck trailer. I don't know what he's doing. That thing's not even turned on. I don't even think there's film in his camera.
None.
Buddy, how'd it go? Your first ever TransCan. Introduce yourself. Tell us what you're doing. What's up?
Hey, I'm Noel, Superfine Media. I'm here taking photos all week. It is my first Walton. It's been a haul. It's been a challenge. I'm looking forward to tomorrow for the Triple Crown, but yeah, it's been a huge learning opportunity. It's been like boot camp, motocross photography boot camp. Love it.
And look, he's just getting started.
Just working away.
The day ends, the work starts from our side of it. Good luck. Woo! See you tomorrow, man.
Thanks, man.
Okay, I joked about these guys doing me dirty on the bicycle ride today. Now we got we're gonna have to go to talk to one of the culprits here. It was a Sean Moffenbauer, Kevin Benoit snafu on me. What
I heard that every year you were kind of given the go for that sprint, that last sprint. So then the guys, it's been like 2 minutes and they kind of told me the story. So then I heard your voice and I was like, I told Sean, like, let's go like right now. So he doesn't have time to kind of think about it. So we just left. So it's kind of funny.
It was very funny. So then Tanner and I were like, there they go. So we tried, oh man, then it's not a race, it's a charity ride, yeah. But we have fun on it and stuff like that.
I mean, it wouldn't be racers if there wasn't like a little challenge at the end, so it was fun.
So it's to the Walton sign out there, and they got us. Tanner and I, we were closing the gap, but doesn't just like in moto. Yeah, you were closing. They were letting up. They saw the finish line. So what are you gonna do? But anyway, it was fun. Thanks, Gavin. That looks pretty good.
All right.
That's it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. One more tomorrow. Then you got to sign your 2-year contract up to the 450 class, and away you go.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, guys. Thanks. I guess we might as well end that one. I apologize. That one wasn't all that exciting. Like I say, I thought I was going to be really pressed for time, trying to get all the races in. Turns out it, the racing was done at 4 o'clock kind of thing today, so it wasn't the longest day of racing, but good day. I didn't really get to talk to too many people there, so I just kind of went and grabbed a few. We had a few jokes, a few laughs, but thank you very much to Racetech. Be sure to check out where you can find your Canadian Racetech service centers. And yeah, tomorrow is Pro Day, so hope you enjoyed that. We'll be back for another walk and talk tomorrow after the final Pro National of the year, man. I can't believe we're a week early than we normally are, but it's hard to believe that summer again, racing season has come and gone. Now we're off to the award ceremony. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for the support, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, I'm walking here.